And so then we decided to get the tattoos. And Yusan's tattoo took around 5 hours. So it was just me on Michi's lap for like 5 hours. And we were just talking the whole entire time. And she was so fucking cute this day, bros. Like, we were just hanging out and talking and bonding with Yusan the whole day. And then it was literally just us on a couch for 5 hours just talking to each other. And then, you know what she fucking decides to tell me this day? She says, I actually don't like sleeping alone. And I just looked at her and I said, now, this would have been good for you to say 4 fucking days ago, 5 fucking days ago. And she was like, well, I just, I didn't want to like get in the way of you and your roommates. I'm like, they're my roommates. I fucking live with them. I can see them anytime. And she said, well, I just really wanted to like, and I didn't want to say, like, I didn't want to be overbearing. I said, I the whole time thought you didn't want to because you were so, like, every time that I tried, you were not giving me any signs and you didn't say anything. And she's like, well, I was actually really sad because you never slept over. And I'm like, and why didn't you tell me this before? And she's like, well, because I didn't want to intrude. So then we get into the Grab to drive back home. And it was so cute. She was being so cute. We're sitting with our heads rested against each other on the drive home. And she was like, I wanted to cry. She's like, Numi, can you please sleep with me tonight? I was like, yeah. I mean, you literally could have just said something the whole fucking time. But she's like, can you please? I don't want to be alone. She's like, I didn't want to sleep with anybody but you for the whole time. And I said, you fucking wait till the day before. And so I said, all right, better late than ever, whatever. And then I like fall asleep. And then like I wake up to her being like, good night. And I was like, and then I'm facing away from her because I can only really sleep on like my right side. And like I feel I was barely awake at this point. And I feel something touch my back. And I kind of like, I feel a little grumpy at this point because it's like I woke up a little bit and I was in and out of consciousness. I kind of turn over my shoulder and I see, oh my God, let me see if I have a picture. Okay, so this is how I turned around and I saw these eyes looking at me. Eyes looking at me like this with a pillow that she put between us. She's like, this is what you wanted, right? And I just look at her like, brother, come the fuck on. And I don't remember, but I think it pissed me off so bad that she did that I just like grabbed the pillow and chucked it across the room, half awake. Cause bro, she's looking at you like this. She's like, this is what you wanted, right? I threw that shit and I said, you don't need to do that. Don't do that. And then she let out the cutest, happiest squeal and immediately attaches to my back. That, in combination with the lack of AC, I just immediately felt it. I said, oh my God. Like, I felt the wave of heat hit me and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking sweat and this is about to be the worst sleep of my life. I don't do well with body heat because I get warm super easy. Because I also don't sleep next to people. The only time I ever like sleep next to people is like when Rain slept over the first night we met, like, and we shared a bed. I already feel a lot warmer if I have body heat. So it was that and then no AC. It was like I woke up, it was almost 80 degrees in the fucking hotel room. And I woke up, had the worst sleep of my life. Worst sleep of my life. Yep, it was horrible. But that's how you know I really love Michi, because I like, when I felt that wave of heat hit me, I said, this is for the sake of love and friendship. I'm doing this for her. I'm doing this for her. And then I just tried my best to force myself asleep because at that point I was wide awake because I was so fucking hot. And then in the morning, she's like, well, it wasn't that bad. She said, oh, it seems I forgot to turn on the AC. And I just look at her. I said, so you wanted me to die? Guys, it felt like when it's 100 degrees and then there is a fan on, but you know, like that smelly fan smell? That's what it felt like in that hotel room. There's no worse feeling than sleeping too hot. I think I woke up like drenched in my own sweat. It was horrible. And I felt so bad. That's why I didn't take off the blanket because I didn't want her to feel my sweat. I said, I will suffer for her comfortable night. Like I will do what it needs to be done. It's so, then she turned on the fucking AC. Like then she turned on the fucking AC in the morning when it was already too late and she was already leaving that day. Yeah. After that, we went down to my room and then I was on my little twin bed and then Michi came on into the bed and then the way that we were cuddling in the nice temperature, I said, wow, it could have been like this. It wouldn't have been me like trying to social distance in the bed because of how hot I felt. It could have been us actually cuddling if not for the fact that she tried to fucking assassinate me. Like, bro,